Alright guys, today's video is about a jack stand here that I got from Zorro the other day. I had a $25 gift card from them and this is what it went towards. Alright, so speaking of jack stands, I had some 3-ton Harbor Freight ones. I think it was last year. And I think I'd used them once. You know, they weren't really used a whole lot at that time. And then I heard the recall and I'm like, yep, that's one thing I'm just gonna return them and probably not purchase another pair from them. Now, were they able to fix it? I think so. I think they had done a supposed fix, and then their revamped ones, I think, were also failing, so they just took them off their shelf. And I don't know what the status is of their jack stand issues, but either way, I wasn't going to go that way. I was doing some research and I wanted something that was a lot more of a guarantee than that type of jack stand that they sell. Now there's a lot of other names out there and they also do that type of style, but I feel better about having a solid bar with a solid pin that goes all the way through. It's just something that I feel better about than having something that if it gets bumped the wrong way, then it just releases and blah blah blah. So all right, so what we got here is the 6,000 pound or 3-ton Esco jack stand. Like I said, I had the $25 gift card, so I got this for a little over $40 from Zorro. I know on Amazon you can buy, I've seen them on sale for like $54 per stand. So they definitely aren't cheap. But in most cases you get what you pay for, and I believe it's the same thing with this. You are getting something that if you were to actually make this yourself, which I actually had thought about doing, you are going to put at least, I would say, when you factor in the time and materials it takes from start to finish, you are definitely going to put in more than $40 or $50 into a jack stand. Now, it's still something I have in mind. You know, I wouldn't mind custom building my own, but this was a good starting point. Where I have some more work that I'm going to be doing on my car soon, so I wanted at least a jack stand. Usually when I do work on my cars, I usually do one side at a time, so I don't really need two right now. But I wanted at least one. I wanted one that was solid, that was built good, and that I'd be okay with going on underneath the vehicle. And this is what I came up with. So, all right, let's come in here for a closer look. Let's start up top. All right, so it comes with this rubber pad here. And it's got all those different lines in it. So like say if you were to lift up your vehicle from the, I think they call it the weld pinch point, or it's something like that. So that would fit in one of those lines and that would work out great. So, and then here's the core of it. It just has these 4 points right here, and you could also just use that if you want to. All right, let's put that back on. There we go. All right, so now the height. So where it's at right now in its lowest position with the pin in it, of course. It's like 13 3/4 inch tall. So it's a bit taller than some of those other ones out there. I think the average range is like 9 to 12 inches tall all the way down for some of those other ones. So this is definitely a little bit taller, but oh well. And the maximum height they can go up to is about 22 inches. So super tall there. So, all right, let's come down here. You got 2 different holes for where you can put your pin in at. You know, another thing I like too is, at least they were thinking about this too. So you got this this little clip pin in here to make sure that doesn't get bumped out. Then you got this pin. It's got a chain on it, and that's welded to the side here, so it'll never get lost. All right. everything is just really beefy and strong about this. As soon as you lift it up, as soon as you start taking a closer look, you feel that you have a solid tool here that will not let you down, literally. So, all right, so then you got these 3 legs, and you got these 3 pads here. It's just all steel. That's probably one thing I would change, is maybe add some rubber to it to really give it some anti-skid. But yeah, it's really flat. I mean, and it should be. You're paying for it, but it's really stable no matter where you have it. And another thing I like about it is that, all right, so these welds aren't the nicest looking welds, but one thing I noticed is that they've welded all the way around. See if we can get up in there. All right, so you can kind of see it right there. So they weld all the way around on all 3 of these legs, and they weld all the way around here and all the way around here for these pads down here. So they could have easily done it where they didn't weld like underneath here, or they only welded right here, or maybe right here. But the fact that they fully welded all the way around in the spots that are welded says something there. Like I said before, they aren't the nicest looking welds, but from what I can tell, they're solid enough. It looks like they're burnt in enough to where I think they'll hold up just fine for a long time. So, all right, and then I'm gonna take this apart here. And I'll just give you a closer look at this part right here. Big and beefy. I believe the diameter of this is about 1.25 inches, I believe. So it's just one solid piece of steel with your holes drilled in there for your pin. And as you can tell, welded all the way around there as well. So they're not skimping when it comes to the welds, which is something you always want to see on a tool as important as this when it comes to holding something in place. So, all right, there it is. Just wanted to share that with everybody out there. If you're thinking about getting a jack stand or even making one yourself, which I thought about as well. Especially if there's a sale, you can't go wrong with this jack stand right here. It seems to be very solid. I think it would give a lot of people peace of mind as far as using it and getting underneath your vehicle while you're working on it. So with that, let me know what you guys think. If you guys got these, if you guys have those Harbor Freight ones out there still. But either way, leave in the comments below. Like the video, subscribe to my channel. I'll catch you guys later.